Okay. Well, everybody, as I mentioned, we need to use specific expressions to make a request. That's why everybody today's class is about request. As you can see, most of the expressions that we will use, guys, are based on asking for favors. But we will learn about this right now, okay? To start with our class, everybody, as you see the topic, today we are talking about models for request. So we need everybody to learn some models, some expressions, and also some possible answers that we can use at the moment of accepting to make a request or declining to make a request. Let's start with this part, and I want to listen to Ele. Okay, Ele, can you help me reading this information?
Okay, model of request. They are used to offer to do things for people or invite people to do something. Also, they are used to make requests and ask for prediction. Would you close the door, please? Sure, I will.
Very good. As you see, everybody, thank you for reading, Ele, okay? As you can see, everybody, in this, well, first of all, in the information we have a short definition of what are the models for request. First of all, guys, what is the use of them? We use them, first of all, to offer to do things for people or invite people to do something. In this case, everybody, when we make requests or when we use the models for request, in some cases, we offer to help with something. But we also can use these models to make or to invite some people to do something for us, okay? As it says, everybody, we also use them to make requests and ask for predictions, I'm sorry. Make requests, yes. As for predictions, in this case, guys, we won't study that part, okay? But at least we will study about favors that we can do or that people can do for us, and also for requests, okay? Right now, we will continue with more examples about the models for request, guys, and let's pay attention to it. First of all, guys, we have the use of would, okay? In the first example, guys, would you close the door, please? As you can see, we are using the modal would, okay? And over here, we have the structure and another example, okay? Can you help me with this part, Diego?
Okay, modals of request is would plus subject plus verb invasor plus complement and the sign of interrogation. For example, would you tell them that our flight is taking off soon, please? Ways to answer, I would like to, but I can't.
Okay, thank you, Diego. Well, everybody, as you can see over here, we are using the modal would, okay? Would, everybody, is a formal way to ask or to make a request, okay? To ask for something or make a request. This is formal, okay? Would you tell them that our flight is taking off soon? Okay, now everybody, pay attention to the next thing. When we use would, everybody, in this kind of examples, or at least in this example, everybody, we ask someone to do something for us. And over here, we have some possible answers. In this part, guys, we have examples to answer in an affirmative way or in a negative way. For example, if you accept to do the request, everybody, to make the request or the request that someone asks you, you can say, no problem, I can do it, right? But if you, well, this is not possible for you, everybody, so you can say, I'd like to, but I can't. Or I would like to, but I can't. Okay, in this case, everybody, as you see, we have both ways to answer, in an affirmative way or in a negative way. Okay, this is an example, guys. At the moment, we want to use would. Then we have another modal, which is also formal. And this one is could. Okay, everybody, let's pay attention to Evelyn. Evelyn, can you help me reading this information?
Yes. Could plus subject plus verb in base form plus complement and question mark. Could you ask for to come to my office? Ways to answer. I'm afraid I can't. Or sure, I love to.
Thank you. Nice job. Thank you, Evelyn. As you can see over here, everybody, well, all of the models, guys, have something in common. First of all, guys, is that they always use a verb in base form. Okay? Also, guys, another important thing about could is that it's a formal modal. If we use would or could, everybody, they have the same meaning, or they are formal, guys. They both are formal. That's why we are using would and could in that context, because we are talking about a flight, so at the airport, and then everybody, we are using could at the office. Okay, that's why it's mainly, guys, is to show you that could and would are formal. That's why we use them in formal context. Then, guys, again, we have some ways to answer. For example, we have, I'm afraid I can't. It means, everybody, that this is a negative answer, okay? I am afraid, but I can't. Then, everybody, we have an affirmative form to answer, and it's sure, I love to. It means that I can help you, that I can do that favor, or that I can accept your request. Then, guys, we have another modal, which is which is can. Okay, the last one, everybody, is can. Let's continue with this and pay attention to Rodrigo. Rodrigo, can you help me with this?
Yes, I can. Models for a request. Can plus verb in base form plus complement. Please, let me see. Complement, please, and question mark. Can you help me with my homework, please? Ways to answer. Yes, of course. Certainly not. I see what I can do.
Okay, thank you for reading, Rodrigo. It was pretty good. Okay, as you can see in this example, the context is a little bit different. In the first examples, guys, we said that would and could are formal modals for requests that we can use. In this case, everybody, can is not that formal, okay? Can is more common. It's a common model that we can use. As you know, everybody, can is used to talk about a possibility, to talk about abilities. But in this case, everybody, we are using can to talk about request. Why is can important in here? Pay attention. We use can, everybody, to make a request in different contexts with people that we feel confident with, or with friends, right? Look at the example. Can you help me with my homework, please? You don't ask your boss to help you with the homework. You don't ask people from the place you work to help you with your homework. Or in some cases, yes, but you need to be confident with them, okay? Maybe, guys, you ask for help with your homework to your parents when you are a kid, to your brother or sister, to your friends, okay? People we can say that it's people you get along with, right? Not with your boss, not with your teacher. Well, you get along with your teacher, but you cannot ask for help to your teacher, at least for your homework. In some cases, in your case, guys, you cannot ask for help in an exam. In the activities on the platform, yes, but not in the exam, right? However, there is something, guys, that we have to pay attention to in this exercise. Look at the three structures. Look at the structure of would. Now look at the structure of could. And now pay attention to the structure of can. Tell me, please, I will ask Diego. Diego, what is different from can to the other structures?
For example, is used to ask for doing some action, and it's more informal.
Okay, can is more informal. You are right in that part, Diego. Thank you. Yes, Evelyn, tell me.
We have to add please to the end.
Okay, give me a second. What happened? Okay. Okay, Evelyn, thank you for your comment. And that's right. Okay, Diego, you were also right. Diego mentioned, well, Diego said that Ken is more informal, and he is right, because Ken is more informal. That's why everybody, when we use can, it's, well, I would recommend you to use please at the end of your question. Why? Because when we use please, everybody, it makes our question more polite. If you just said, can you help me with my homework? It's okay. But if you are talking to your friends, if you're talking to your classmates, it's okay if you ask this question like that with those people. But if you ask this question to your parents, can you help me with my homework? Yeah, they will help you. But it's better if we use please. Can you help me with my homework, please? It helps us to be more polite, right? Could and would, everybody? Can we use please with could and would? Yes, we can. But if we use it or not, everybody, the question is still in a polite form, in a polite way. In this case, everybody, to make a question using can polite, we should use please. We have to use please in case we want to sound more formal or more polite, right? It's possible to use it without please. Yes, as I said before, if you're talking to your friends, to your classmates, okay? But if you're talking to another person, or in general, it's better to use please. Look at the ways to answer, guys. In this case, we have three options. Again, we can answer in an affirmative form or in a negative form. For example, guys, we can say, yes, of course. So we accept to do it. In this case, everybody, we can use it in negative or in affirmative way. Affirmative, certainly. Negative, certainly not. So it means, guys, so you cannot do it. You cannot do it, right? And in this opportunity, guys, we have a third option. This option, guys, I could say that it's close to say no, right? Because we say, I will see what I can do. Okay, so you are not sure if that person is going to help you or not, but it's possible, guys. It's possible to use this expression. We have different ways to answer in the 3 slides, but it doesn't mean, everybody, that you can only use these answers. For example, someone can ask you, can you help me with my homework, please? And you can use, for example, no problem, I can. Or, I'd like to, but I can't. Okay? There isn't a problem, guys. There isn't any problem if we use these ways to answer in different contexts. For example, if we are using would, could, or can, we can use any of these answers. Now, everybody, let's pay attention to the last part before we practice. Please, Francisco, help me reading these important tips to avoid rudeness.
Could you repeat again, teacher?
Oh, yes. Can you help me reading, please?
Okay, the ways to answer. Can you help me with my homework, please? Yes, of course. Certainly not.
Oh, can you
Oh,
see?
see what I can do.
Oh, can you read the next part?
I didn't see anything, teacher.
Really?
Yes, I just watching model for request, can plus subject plus verb in base form plus complement.
Okay, let me see. I will stop sharing. I will share my screen again.
Yes, it's started now.
Okay. Now, can you see important tips to avoid rudeness?
Teacher, to be honest, my screen, I think in my phone is in black right now.
Oh,
I can't see anything. I can't see anything.
What about the others? Diego, Evelyn, Rodrigo, and Ella, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
in my app.
Oh, don't worry, Francisco, don't worry. It can happen, right?
Okay.
But let's see. We will continue with Evelyn then. Evelyn, can you help me with the 2 important tips we have to take into account?
Okay. Important tips to avoid rudeness. Number 1, use please to be more polite when making requests. 2, never use a direct no when answering a request.
Pretty good. Okay, guys, as I mentioned, first of all, guys, use please, okay? As you remember, in the structure of would and could, I didn't use please. Why not, everybody? Just because. Now, it's because everybody would and could are polite. But if you want to sound even more polite, we cannot please at the end of the question. In some cases, guys, it depends on the intonation or in the emphasis we want to make in the question. For example, you can say, could you tell her to come to my office, please? Or could you please tell her to come to my office? Please can go in the middle, or it can go at the end of the question. Or in some cases, guys, please, could you tell her to come to my office? It can go at the beginning of the question, guys. It depends on the structure and also in the emphasis we want to give to what we say. So we can use them with any of these modals. Then everybody, the second tip, which is something really, really important you have to remember, guys, is never use a direct no. So we never use no. Okay? Look at the examples, guys. First of all, oh, we use no, but it's in affirmative, no problem. Then, guys, we use I'd like to, but I can't. Even though, everybody, we are using I can't, even though we are using I can't, first of all, we show that we would like to do it, or we would like to help, but it's not possible for us. In this answer, or in this opportunity, guys, the use of can't is talking about possibility. I'd like to help you. I'd like to do it for you, but I can't. It's not possible for me in this opportunity. Okay? As you can see, even though we have or we are willing to help people, we are not, this is not in our possibilities to do it, right? Look at the next example. In the next answer, guys, we say, I'm afraid I can't. Even though we are using expressions, well, since I am afraid, it is a negative expression, but it's not a direct no. It's different, guys, if we say, for example, could you ask her to come to my office? I can't. It sounds rude, it sounds weird, and it sounds, I don't know. We are not open to conversation. We're not open to communication. It sounds like that we are that we don't like to talk to people, right? So it sounds rude. Remember that part. If we only use I can't, it sounds rude. But if we say I'm afraid I can't, it makes it softer, okay? It makes your answer a little bit softer. Then in this part, everybody, we could say, no. Can you help me with my homework, please? No. But we use certainly not, okay? Or a good way to avoid doing things, I'll see what I can do. You didn't say that you will help, but there is a possibility that you will do it. If you do it or not, so it depends on you and if you are in the capability to do it, right?
Teacher,
Yes,
teacher,
Rodrigo,
I have a question.
tell me.
Don't you think certainly is kind of rude?
Kind of good.
Kind of rude. Certainly not.
Certainly. Well, I haven't seen it like that. Certainly not. Yeah, it sounds kind of rude, right? Certainly
Yes.
not. Yeah, it sounds kind of rude. But as well, in this case, maybe we can use it like that because we are in a more confident environment,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
That's
Yes,
why.
right.
I'm not saying, guys, I'm not saying that you can be rude with your friends or family, right? But
Yes,
it's more common to use these kind of expressions, okay? But as you can see, we didn't use a direct no. For example, no, I don't, or no, I can't. We try to use an expression that makes our answer a little bit softer. Now,
yes.
everybody, we finished with our explanation, and I want to ask you, do you have any question? No questions about this? Okay, guys, if you don't have any
No, I
question,
am not.
I have questions for you. No, I don't have questions, guys. But we have an activity to practice. So in this opportunity, guys, give me a second. Let me share my screen. Okay. As you can see over here, everybody, we have some examples. Look at the instructions. Provide requests to the following situations. Remember that the request, everybody, is that we offer to help someone, that we ask someone to do something for us, or to make a request. In this case, everybody, we have to make a request for the following, provide requests to the following situations. There are, everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 requests or 7 situations. We need to create, everybody, one request using would, could, or can for this for these situations, right? I will give you 1 minute to think about one possible answer, but I will tell you what is your sentence. The first situation, it's going to be for Ellen. Second situation, everybody, it's going to be for Evelyn. Third situation, it's going to be for Rodrigo. The next situation, number 4, is going to be for Diego. And the number 5, not the last one because we still have 2 more. It's going to be for Francisco. Francisco. Okay, so everybody in this moment, think about one possible answer. What can you ask for, or what can you tell, what can you say to these people using would, could, or can, right? You have 1 minute, guys. Think about your answer. Okay, everybody, time's up. Right now, it's time for you to tell me your answers. I will read the situation, and you have to tell me your question, or, well, your request. All of them are questions. That's why I tell you questions. But tell me your request. Ele, a student, what can you say to a student who is using his phone in class?
Okay, sorry, you can use the telephone in class.
And the request? Because that's an order. You can't use your cell phone. It's an order. It's a restriction, a prohibition. But
okay.
what could be a question? Remember that requests are questions, okay?
Okay.
Okay, think about it, Ele. Okay, I will give you
Wow.
I will give you a moment to think about it. We will continue with the next example. Evelyn, what can you tell, what can you say to a person who throws garbage in the street?
Could you stop to throw garage in street.
Could you stop to
Throw
throw?
or to throw garbage in the street.
In the street. Ooh, ooh, ooh. In the street. Okay, that's nice. Well, it was direct, right? Direct with the situation, and it's good. Okay, I like it. Thank you, Evelyn, for your example. What about example 3? Rodrigo, what can you say to an employee who is falling asleep in a meeting?
I will say, can you get some more sleep tonight, please?
Okay, can you get some more sleep tonight?
Yes.
Okay, I like it. That's pretty good, okay? I imagine Rodrigo very angry. Nah, just kidding, okay? It's fine. Can you get some more sleep tonight, please? That's good. Okay, number 4. Let's continue with Diego. Okay, Diego, tell me, what can you say to, well, imagine you are trying to study and your sister is listening to music out loud. So what can you say to your sister?
Okay, I will say, can you turn the music down, please?
Okay, that's nice. Can you turn the music down, please? Good, okay. That's a great example, okay? Very polite. So even though it's your sister, we are polite. So can you turn down the music, please? Or sorry, turn the music down, please. Pretty good. Next example, Francisco, what can you say if your brother left his bag on the sofa?
Well, hey, brother, you miss your bag on the sofa. Before you go to the university, can you come back to pick up your bag?
Can you come back to pick up your bag? Okay, to pick up your bag. Can you come back to pick up your bag? Okay, that's a good example. Thank you, Francisco. Well, you created a whole situation, right? So you missed something on the sofa, right? Pretty good, Francisco. I like it. Okay, so you use your imagination a lot, and that's something really good. Okay, let's
Thank
move
you.
on. You're welcome. Let's move on to Ele's situation, right? Ele, what can you say? Well, look at the example of your classmates. And now tell me, what can you say to a student who is using his phone in class?
Okay, excuse me. I don't have more attention. Yeah.
Don't worry, okay, Ele, don't
Yeah.
worry. I guess you're tired. So that's why I understand that maybe it was difficult for you. But let's try to think about everybody. Let's try to think about some possibilities, right? What can you tell me, Evelyn? What is an option?
Mm, would you uh, would you stop to use your phone, please?
Okay, thank you. What do you think, Rodrigo? What is another option?
Can you stop using your phone in class, please?
Just stop using your phone, please. Please. Good, good, good. And now the last one. Let's ask. Wait, no. Diego. Okay, Diego. What can you say to a student who is using his phone in class?
Could you save your phone in your backpack, please?
Could you save?
Or I don't know if I can say save or
No, I guess. Well, no, it's not
how can I
correct. Okay.
say
Yes.
guardar?
Guardar. That's a good question. Guys, how do you say guardar in English?
I think is put your cell phone
Okay, well, you mentioned, actually, I was
or
thinking
keep.
about both. We can say, could you keep your cell phone on your backpack? Or could you put your cell phone in your backpack? Actually, put, you know that, do you know what is the meaning of put? But because of the context, it makes sense, right? It makes sense if you say put or keep. Could you keep your cell phone in your backpack?
Okay, I
Please.
got it.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Diego. That was a great idea. Now, Ele, well, this is your example, Ele. So you have to decide. What do you prefer? Example 1, would. Example 2, can. Example 3, could.
I prefer, I think so, the more polite is, could you keep your cell phone in, please?
Nice. Okay, so Diego, Ele shows your option. Okay, pretty good. Nice. Could you keep your cell phone in your backpack, please? Nice, yeah. Okay. Well done, everybody. So we created together the first example, and we finished with the first 5 examples. Now, everybody, let's finish with the last 2 situations. Number 6, everybody, your children have a mess in their room. What can you say to your children, guys? Let's see. Francisco, you are my volunteer. I'm sorry. Okay, Francisco, what can you say to your children? Well, if your children have a mess in their room.
Well, I would tell them,
I will punish you.
can you,
Nah, just kidding.
okay, can you clean your F room? Look at how a mess you made it.
Okay, can you clean your messy room? Messy. Pretty good. Can you clean your messy room? That's a good option. Okay. He was angry. Francisco look, well, he sound angry. So pretty good. Nice. Okay, guys, let's see the last example. Imagine it is 2 a.m. and your neighbors are having a party. Would you mind inviting me? So
Can you silent, please?
oh, very good. Can you
Silent.
be silent, please? Oh, give me a second. What happened? Can you be in silent, please? Okay, remember that this is a party. Oh, be silent. Be silent. Okay. Any other option, guys? What do you think? Let's see. Diego, what do you think?
Could you be more quiet, please?
Could you be more, well, be quieter? Could you be quieter, please?
Okay.
Yeah, in this case, the comparative, okay, so it is quieter. Quieter, because it's a short adjective. Okay. I like them. What do you think, Rodrigo?
I like it, but I will say Can you stop being so loud, please?
Ah, that's nice. Can you stop being so loud, please? This is important, guys. Please. Please. Nice. Okay. Good job. I like the three examples, guys. I could say that the three options are correct. Well, these two options, guys, are kind of informal or kind of more confident with your neighbors. It's good. Could you be quieter, please? It's also a great option. Okay. Well, guys, we finished with this exercise. I could say that these options that you said are correct. The structures, guys, are, well, they are really good. Just, guys, something I can mention, it's about the use of stop. When we use stop, everybody, I remember Rodrigo did it in that way. But in this case, everybody, remember that when we use stop, the next verb is going to be in ing. Can you stop using your cell phone? Okay, could you stop using your cell phone? Could you stop throwing garbage in the street? So I will change this. Oh, give me a second. I'm going to change this exercise. Well, this answer, just because it's missing ing. Okay, that's the only thing. Then, guys, the questions are great. The request that you make, that you made in this case, are really good. Okay, just remember, in this case, when we have to use stop, we use a verb in ing. Anytime we use stop, everybody, in present, past, and future, we need to use a verb in ing after stop. Okay, guys, thank you for your help. You are doing an amazing job. Just before we go, because it's almost time, let me show you our homework. Guys, well, I want to ask you, how are you doing with activities on the platform? Did you take advantage of time last week with activities from the platform? Did you work on the platform? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Well, I'm not pretty sure, guys, what was the last activity you did. But taking into account that we are starting Unit 2 in this opportunity, let me show you. Okay. Taking into account that we are starting Unit 2 today, guys, we will complete the following activities. For tomorrow, we have to finish with this 5 activities. First of all, guys, you know we have to start the unit with the request, read the topics that you will study and all of that information, and then watch the video, the grammar about the modals for request, can, could, and would, and continue working on the next activities, right? On scrambled sentences and a conversation. I will ask you guys to continue working on the platform. Remember that there are specific days in which INSAFORP is going to check the progress that you are doing. So please, guys, work on the platform every day and try to finish with all the activities so that you can finish with 100% of the activities on the platform earlier than the end of this module. Okay, everybody, it was a pleasure to see you practicing one more time. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you for being here. Have a good night, right? Bye-bye.
Have a good night, teacher.
Bye,
Thank you, teacher.
bye.
Good
Thank you
night.
so much,
Good
teacher.
night.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys.